The obsidian structure pulsed, its surface slick and cold beneath Kaelen's outstretched hand. He ignored the tremors wrecking Xylan's frame beside him, focusing instead on the swirling vortex of images flooding his mind, visions of a civilization bathed in emerald light, manipulating energy with effortless grace, and then, a searing wound, a tearing apart. They lied, Kaelen gasped, pressing his forehead against the obsidian. Everything we've been told is a fabrication. Xylan coughed, a rattling sound in the vast cavern. What do you see? The severing was unnatural, Kaelen replied, his voice strained. It was done a deliberate act to sever the bond. He saw flashes of robed figures, their faces obscured by shadow, conducting a ritual, chanting in a language he instinctively understood yet couldn't articulate. They feared the power. They sought to control it. The serpentine creature's voice resonated within his mind, a calming balm against the rising tide of memories and pain. The fear was manufactured. The lie sustains them. Claim what was lost, young one. Restore the balance. Suddenly, the cavern erupted in movement. The Architects Vanguard, a silent, menacing force, materialized from the shadows, their robed figures gliding toward them with unsettling speed. Leading them was Echo, his elongated form twisted into a grotesque parody of the firstborn. So, the little prodigy awakens, Echo sneered, his voice dripping with disdain. A pathetic attempt to reclaim what is rightfully ours. You cannot undo what has been done. The Architect's will is absolute. He gestured, and the vanguard surged forward, blade shimmering in the pulsing green light. He speaks of will, Kaelen spat, drawing on the surge of power coursing through his veins. He felt the crystalline veins beneath his skin glow with an unnatural luminescence, mirroring the vortex of energy swirling within the obsidian structure. He speaks of control, but power without understanding is nothing more than a tool for destruction. Xylan stumbled, caught off balance by a sudden tremor in the ground. Kaelen, be careful. Kaelen ignored him, focusing on the swirling energy of the obsidian. He extended his hand, palm open, and a beam of emerald light shot forth, deflecting a volley of attacks from the vanguard. He felt a connection forming, a resonance with the source, a whisper of the civilization that had been. You cannot bind the source, Kaelen declared, his voice gaining strength. It is not a weapon to be wielded, but a force to be understood. It is the heart of Aerilon, the essence of our being. He advanced toward the structure, ignoring the attacks raining down upon him. He could feel the obsidian humming beneath his feet, vibrating with energy. The serpentine creature's voice echoed in his mind, guiding him, urging him forward. Step into the Nexus, young one. The path lies within. He reached the center of the structure, placing both hands against its surface. He closed his eyes, focusing on the swirling vortex of energy within. He could feel a presence, ancient and powerful, a whisper of the civilization that had been. Suddenly, a vision flooded his mind, a map, not of Aerilon, but of something far older, far grander, a network of pathways connecting worlds, civilizations, and realities. He saw the Architect's manipulation, their twisting of the timeline, their rewriting of history. He saw the truth clear and undeniable. He opened his eyes, his gaze fixed on Echo. You believe you control the source, he said, his voice ringing with newfound authority. But you are but puppets dancing to a tune you do not understand. Echo's expression twisted in a mask of rage. Insolent fool, you dare defy the Architects. You will pay for your transgression. He raised his hand, summoning a wave of dark energy. Kaelen didn't flinch. He closed his eyes again, drawing on the power of the source. He felt the obsidian structure hum in response, amplifying his own energy. He opened his eyes, and a beam of emerald light erupted from his outstretched hand, engulfing Echo in a blinding radiance. The cavern fell silent. The vanguard froze in their tracks. Echo staggered backward, his form flickering, destabilized. This is not the end, Echo hissed, his voice barely audible. The Architect will prevail. He vanished in a swirl of shadow, taking the vanguard with him. Kaelen stood alone in the cavern, the pulsing emerald light bathing him in its warmth. He looked down at his hands, feeling the power coursing through his veins. He had taken the first step, but the path ahead was long and perilous. He turned to Xylan, who was leaning heavily on the obsidian structure for support. We have much to learn, Kaelen said, his voice filled with a quiet determination, and even more to reclaim.